What up, Herd? Welcome to another episode of Cover Lovers with our friends from CBSI. And joining us today, we have the man, the myth, Mike. How you doing?
I'm great. It's really great to be back with you guys. Thanks for having me again. And I'm looking forward to getting into some covers this week. Everyone doing all right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're doing fantastic. We love this show. We love the covers. So we can't wait to get in it. What about you, Rob? How are things going?
Busy day for me today, but it's a nice, beautiful day here in San Diego. I think it's like 75 right now outside, and it's already dark, so it's pretty interesting for February weather. So, yeah, excited for today's show, and moving on to Jeff.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Jeff at Geek Driven. Yeah, it's a pretty warm week. Evenings have been nice, but it is what it is, and thank goodness it's Friday.
Yeah, man.
I'm so sorry. Thank goodness we're recording on Friday for Tuesday. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be talking about covers. You know, resident cover horror. So you gotta talk about it. You gotta geek out. So every once in a while, and I'm so glad it's always with Mike. He's great to talk with, and I mean he knows what he's talking about. I feel like an amateur when I'm talking to him.
Oh, come on. No, not at all. It's great. This is a great team. I love this. This is great. It really is. It is. And I like that we don't always agree on all these covers. That's good.
I know. Like last episode, like we're there, like 99.9%, except for the whole like.
Yeah, but I MF'd one real hard. I will have you know though, I'm a hypocrite because I bought that.
Yeah, it's also on your list, right? That
it is. I mean, I can't deny that other people are gonna like it. I mean, I know what other people think is a good cover. I got to put those in. I can't just. It's not just for me. I mean, geez, if I did that, then it'd just be on my phone.
All right, but before we get started with the show, we want to give a quick shout outs to our Team Nerd Herd moderators, Uncle Rudy, Something Wong, Deanime, and also Glenn 2K12. Thank you guys so much for making the show what it is, making the channel what it is. We definitely appreciate you guys. And also our DJ. So we have a new DJ, and it's Beats by Monster. Make sure to sub him up. He did a fantastic job with all the tunes that we have on our intros and outros. So thank you for that. So guys, let's get her started. Here we go.
Yeah.
So we are going to start per usual with the incentives. So here we go. So these are the incentives that come with our comics for February the 16th. So here we go. And our first one goes to Will Steele for Kanto, and it's a 1 in 10. What do you guys think of this cover?
I love this. I love this. Has that sort of Michael Cho-ish kind of feel to it, but like a little bit more animated. It's got really cool impact. Great. Like, it's just a really good layout. It's great. I actually think this may be the best cover of the week, to be honest with you. It's really cool. I like it a lot.
I'm almost in agreement, like pure agreement, just for the simple fact, like this looks like a poster for a movie or a animated movie or something like that, or a show. I hope they use something like this. They copy this when they do a show, because we all know that Kanto is, I believe, with Will Smith's company.
Yep.
So, you know, and everyone loves this little character. He's so adorably cute. His adventures, like he's just a little guy and he's having these huge adventures, right? And I just love this cover. It just shows that he's just ready to take on the world. And yeah, this is perfect. I love it.
Yeah, so this book's awesome, dude. The art is great. It's just that negative vibe to it. This book is good for many reasons. One, it's a 1 in 10 from IDW, so those are hard to find no matter what.
Yep.
It's the last book of this particular, the third arc of the series, so that's always probably a very low print on that as well. So, and this is going to be a character is going to come to film eventually here, because it's already in pre-production, I believe. So this is a really good book for the future, and the art is just. We all agree in agreement here. The art is just brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, when it hits on all those cylinders at once, I mean that's a ding 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 ding. Try to get your hands on a copy. I mean, when you got a later number incentive that's a great piece of art with a character that's going to see the screen. I mean, you'd kind of be dumb not to try to hunt one down.
And another one of those perspective difficulties as well in this particular cover, right? So
that foreshortened leg there. Yeah.
Man, we're all in agreement. I love it. I love it when all the cover whores agree. This is fantastic.
For now.
You see, but you also know that if we all
see
agree,
what we got next.
It's probably a cover you need to go get.
Yeah, I think this is.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And here we have Iron Fist #1, the Amazing Spider-Man homage, 1 in 50 by Gunji. You know what? Let's start with Jeff, because I think Jeff was the one that recommended this pick. So, Jeff, lay it on us.
Oh, I didn't recommend. I think Big Rob did.
Okay, Big Rob did? All right, Big Rob.
All right, so yeah, I picked this. I never heard of this artist. From what I've heard in the grapevine, this is a very popular book for several reasons. It's a Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man homage. I forget what issue. It's one of those early issues.
Mm-hmm.
It's issue 1 of Iron Fist, where the old Iron Fist is out and the new Iron Fist is in, which is the Swordmaster. So it's the first appearance of Swordmaster as Iron Fist.
Are we sure it's a Swordmaster?
Well, it's him or his brother, right? That's the speculation. There's several reasons. You can see the green stones on the floor. That's from his sword, I believe. And there's a symbol in the back window, a little that top window on the right side. There's a little icon in the back, which he has as well on his outfit. And there's a hand going towards the outfit. We believe it's him. And there was some other. I think there was another reason, but yeah, that's also 1 in 50. And I personally like the art. The art's not bad. It's good. It's not spectacular, but it's good. But with all those other things on top of it, it's a home run. I think this book's gonna be a hot book on release day.
I mean, technically, it's already a hot book because it's free selling like crazy.
Yeah.
We all I think when we did it FOC, we had talked about this, and I mean, we all know homage covers, they're hit and miss, but if the meaning in the interior of the book has something to give it extra added bonus, then these kind of do become a hot commodity eventually. I mean, it's not spectacular art. It's just, I would just say it's average to me.
Yeah.
But I do like the details, though. I didn't even realize the details. So that kind of does give it a little bit extra for me. So I just don't know if it's a 1 in 50. I could have gone with the 1 in 25 for that. But again, it is going to be a hot book just for the simple fact of the spec. So I'll give this like a B-.
Yeah, this will be one of those covers that's going to do what there's like one every 2 weeks. It seems like that jumps right up over that $100 mark or $150 mark. It's probably going to be this one, and I hate that it's going to be. It tells us a lot about it tells us a lot about our current buying market. That people are really just jumping on anything they can jump on. This art is mediocre at best. This is like A cover level art, in my opinion. It's good line work. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad cover.
Yeah.
And if it were the A cover, I'd be buying 10 copies of it, right? But because there's a lot of cool little intricacies in there. I like the rain. I'm a sucker for rain and snow covers. That's just, I don't know. It's one of my weird things. And it's already selling for more than Ratio. It's at like 60, 70 already. But man, I wouldn't even pay 50 for it. Just from an art perspective.
Yeah,
it's a really tough buy. I don't care what the spec is going to be. It just doesn't do it for me. I'd rather buy some other covers instead of this one, to be honest.
And rain covers are a thing too, just like bubblegum and there's booty covers.
Oh, booty covers.
Oh, you're talking to the booty cover master over here, man. I did a 4-part 1 month feature on butt covers on cover.
Oh my God!
Swear to God, There's over 50 covers in that feature.
That's have to be the most viewed article.
They are.
And let me guess which is number one. Is it the Wonder Woman cover by Finch?
Yeah. Actually, that's not my favorite, though. My favorite is the Queen Sonia number 23 Perillo is my favorite butt cover of all time. That one or the second print of the Linsner Dawn cover, the Cry for Dawn, where she's bending over.
Ah.
Okay.
I mean,
you just put Alonzo onto a couple of covers you need to get.
That's right. That's right.
If you're into super smut, that's the one you want, man.
All right.
It doesn't get
I'm going to have to look for that one.
Yeah, you're going to look for that one.
All right. And then we got another one for Iron Fist number 1. This one is the 1 in 25 by Lionel Francis Yu. And I butcher his name every time, and I'm so sorry for that. But here we go. So, Big Rob, come on, take us away.
All the ditto from last one, right? But this is also the first cover of them actually meeting the two Iron Fists. So just based on that, it's a cool book. The art is better than the 1 in 50. I do like the art more. The pencils are pretty nice on this, actually. I don't know about the color, but I like it. It's good. It's better than average. B+ on my book, but it's a 1 in 25 too. So definitely a sought after book this week.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's gonna get that. It's a little bit better art for me in my eyes. I think it's almost like a spoiler cover too, right? Because you're showing the character in full, and he's also using his power, but his power is a different color. So that to me is kind of like a little spoiler. I like that. I like that when they do that, when it's not easy to explain, but they give you a little spoiler, so that little tease. So that's a cool. I think that's a worthy cover of a 1 in 25. I like Lionel Francis Yu, so yeah, I'm good with this one too.
Yeah, I'm with you on your last comment there. Lionel Francis Yu is one of those unsung guys who usually doesn't do ratio variants. And I think that's probably why he's sort of off on the edges, because he does a lot of A's and B's. This is solid art. There's nothing wrong with it. It has kind of that Stormbreakers feel to it. That's almost which is good, and I think better from an artistic standpoint, like you guys said, than the 1 in 50. It's still not great, though. I mean, I think for what seems to be an important series starting, they could have done better with both of these. But
agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think, Alonzo?
Moving on to Usagi Yojimbo, number 26.
He didn't even want to comment on that one. He's like,
I'm over it.
I didn't. I mean, I felt it was all right. So I wanted to move forward with this one right here by Julie Fuji Sakai and Stan Sakai. And it's a 1 in 15. And this one, I think Jeff was the one that brought this to.
No, it's me as well.
Big Rob, did you bring all of these to our attention?
Yeah, I did. The first
oh, man. All right. Lay it on us.
Well, okay. So it's Usagi Yojimbo, issue 26. This is the 1 in 15 or the 1 in 10. I'm not particularly sure. But it's a, what do you call this particular art? You call it Chibi? Or
Chibi.
Yep.
Chibi, right? Chibi.
Chibi.
The Chibi art. All the last 1 in 10 for Usagi Yojimbo have been blowing up, and they're pretty pricey. But I love the art. I personally love the art. I love the art style. I love the QT art style. It's interesting to me, and it makes sense for this character. So I can see this being a really popular book. Plus, you're gonna have a hard time finding it in stores because not a lot of people are ordering 10 or 15 copies of Usagi Yojimbo 26.
That's the trick on this one. That's the trick, because it's usually 1 in 10. This time it's a 1 in 15. So all the stores that just put in their pat order for 10, expecting to get their ratio, aren't going to get this.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big deal. I think they're not going to be paying attention to that extra 5 they needed to order.
And I think you are right. I think it is a 1 in 15.
I love the little box that says just Sakai. So they both worked on it. You can see the little 2 rabbits there. And I'm a little confused by the picture. I swear that was his daughter, not his wife.
You know what? When I did a Google search for the artist, this is what came up.
Well, maybe he's giving away his daughter.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
So I'm confused on that part. But regardless, I love the art, and I could see this being another hot book this week.
No, yeah. I feel like I just walked into Sanrio.
Yeah.
I'm serious, I swear. Yes. Yeah, I you know, look, I'm not mad at the art at all. I love these chibi, you know, Asian inspired art, anime inspired art. So yeah, heck yeah. I'm probably not gonna get it. But that's just me because I don't collect Usagi. I hear it's a good book, and
Yeah.
Just like Mike said, this is gonna be really difficult to get. Just like Rob said, a 1 in 15. I know my LCS doesn't order 10 copies of this, rarely does, and so I can't imagine like a lot smaller stores ordering 5 copies of this. So
Yeah.
good luck to you guys getting it. I mean, you probably have to go to Midtown or order online or something.
Might be sold out too. I think.
And I echo that too. And I this is also not for me. I'm with Jeff on that. But this is the perfect book for this style of art. This is where this kind of stuff should be. I love that it's sort of a family team up. Whether it's wife or daughter, we're not sure. We're gonna have to get back to you on that one. But you know, has that sort of like some vibe to it. Remember those?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's cool. It's fun. I mean, it's the right book for a fun cover like this. I don't want it, but I can see people really hunting this really hard this week.
I agree with all of you guys. But I'm with Big Rob. I'm actually gonna buy this book because I do dig it. And again, it's that chibi feel. So I don't want to rehash what you guys said, but definitely I'm liking it. I'm gonna buy it for every single one of the reasons why you guys mentioned.
And it's sold out on Midtown.
There you go.
Ooh,
Then you know it's going to be a super difficult book to get.
Yep.
Good luck.
Yep. All right, and then here we go. This is the G.I. Joe, the Saturday Morning Adventures #1 retailer incentive by Billy Penn, 1 in 15. And go ahead, Big Rob.
Okay, I'll fight for this book.
Go ahead.
I'm an 80s kid. So to me, this is super nostalgic. Look at it's called actually Saturday Morning Adventures G.I. Joe or G.I. Joe Saturday Morning Adventures. This is the 1 in 15. If you look at the actual art, it's basically a VHS tape. It has all the little stickers on it. Be kind of rewind, a little high five VHS symbol. So it's supposed to be in that spirit of 80s animation art. So it's not going to be pretty. That was what they were going for. So I appreciate it. And I am personally buying this because no one's going to buy fucking 15 copies of this book as well. So I know it's going to be definitely a collector's book for us G.I. Joe psychopaths. So, yeah, I definitely want this. And I dig it personally.
I'm not going to go next. I'm going to let Mike go next. So I could feel it steaming out of his ears, bro.
I am also an 80s kid, and I'm offended that this
I saw that coming.
What the actual... I don't know. Oh, my God. It's
you were watching the cartoon. The cartoon was horrible art.
But the art on the cartoon looks better.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
Remember G.I. Joe, the movie? When that came out on a VHS cassette tape, right? That art looks 10 times better than this cheesy thing that they have here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I understand, Big Rob, that you have this nostalgic feel. You love the stickers. You love like all the little nuances in this cover.
Yeah.
But the art sucks.
I'm not gonna say the art sucks, but it's not the greatest. I mean,
I'm with Alonzo. I'm gonna say it.
Cobra Commander looks decent.
I'm like, what is this?
Scarlet's missing half her torso.
Oh God.
Snake Eyes' head is 7 times too big.
Right.
All their heads are back.
Duke looks like he crushed the right side of his face. Roadblock looks okay, I guess, and Cobra Commando looks okay. And then you got a little tiny Destro in the background, and I don't know who that is.
Baroness.
I was gonna say I assume it's Baroness, but I don't know.
I just
can't tell.
I can't tell.
I just got it. He's holding a lamp, and he rubbed the genie lamp, and there's a bunch of smoke around him. I just understood the plot here.
Awesome.
That doesn't help.
It doesn't matter. Watch, it's gonna be a fucking $80 book in a couple of years.
It will. And that's the pisser because it's gonna be. You're absolutely right. Because G.I. Joe fans are like Star Wars fans. They want everything. And
no one's buying this. Yeah, no one's buying this.
Look, that book that we said was really ugly last week, that thing's above ratio right now. Okay? So anything is possible.
We're all, first of all, let's just, spoiler alert, we're all insane.
Yeah.
For all the money we spend on all this stuff.
Yeah, we're crazy.
I mean, let's just, pot calling the kettle, but whatever. This is terrible. You'd have a tough time paying me to let this book take up space in my long boxes.
I'm not gonna murder it like that. I just don't like it. The proportions.
Billy Penn, I'm
off.
sure you're a great dude, Billy, but get back at it.
Oh my, sorry, Billy.
It's a little busy for me.
All right. Moving on to another one of the ugly, and this is from Bengal, and it's Nightwing number 89, and it's a 1 in 25. Jeff.
And there's a reason why I said the last book was not that ugly.
I'd rather buy 2 copies of G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I'd actually buy G.I. If you had to force me to pick between this one and the last book, I'm buying multiples of the last book.
Okay, I agree with you there.
This is horrible. I do not understand why this is even a cover, first of all. This is so plain Jane, looks gross. There's no background. Why? I mean, the faces are just atrocious. And why does Superboy look like he's Chubby Boy? Like, I don't get it. I don't.
What the hell's wrong with his butt? Superman's butt.
Dude, he's got like a dimple really high up. I don't understand that. I don't. It just makes no sense to me. It's so not. I would be embarrassed to put this on a cover.
Here's what pisses me off. Here's what would piss me off the most about this. Let's say you were a store and this were a retailer incentive variant.
Wow.
And they tell you what artist you're going to get, and you get an email that says Bengal's going to be your artist. You're like, dope. He's awesome. And then this is what arrives, and you're like, you're going to make me buy 4,000 copies of that book? You are on serious drugs.
I feel bad because Nightwing is a hot book for DC. This is like one of the only hot books in DC at the moment. And the fact that they made you buy a 1 in 25 cover that looks like this, and a lot of stores probably got a couple of copies of this. And I'd be like, how do I sell that for $25? I don't even know if I can sell it for 10.
You got to give some favors along with it, I think, in order to sell it.
You get a free A cover with it or something.
Yeah, your whole box is free this week.
Okay, and is it me or does Superman have like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fingers here?
I didn't even realize. The face and the bodies are so bad that I didn't even look at the hands.
What the fuck's wrong with their hair too? It's like,
I want to know why they both have jowls.
Yeah, what is this?
Yes, I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
That's knife scars from battles and the bars and shit.
They look older.
We've already wasted
should.
too much time leaving this up for too long.
By the way,
You're right.
the joke is that Nightwing got his hand crushed. That's the joke.
The joke is someone's going to buy this book.
Yeah, that's the real joke.
Actually,
and it's not
Jeff's buying it.
I am not even. I like Nightwing. I'm not buying this book. I don't care.
All right. And then we have this one by E.M. Geist. And it's a 1 in 25 for Hulk. Jeff, what are your thoughts?
I definitely picked this one. It is. I like just the shading on the Hulk alone, let alone like the whole shading on both of them. The coloring, I really like it. I like the size difference between the two. I mean, his fist is all Wolverine's torso. Like I would love to see that version of them fighting, like, because I don't think he's really that big in the comic books in comparison, but I kind of like this fight. It's action. I even like the yellow background. It's not even full yellow or orange. It's like kind of like it's fading colors. So
sunset.
Yeah, I like it. I definitely want it.
I got two things on this. I love the art, number one, but the font, the trade dress does not match. It's very cartoonish. It kind of throws me off. It doesn't really match well.
Actually, you're right.
Is Wolverine a zombie in this book? Look at his face.
You know what? Okay, so that's what I thought at first, but he's like bleeding.
He's bloody, right? He's bloody.
Well, that's more than bleeding. He looks straight zombie shit on his face.
That's what I thought.
Well, I mean, you get punched by that big fist in the face. I'm pretty sure it's going to do some pretty bad damage.
So besides that, I think it's good art. It's awesome. Hulk is just brilliantly presented here.
It's good. It's impactful. I like Just's work or Geist or I don't know. You know what? I feel really bad because I interviewed the guy and he told us how to say his name and I don't remember. But and that's really sad of me. I'm sorry. EM. My fault. But he's a super talented guy, really nice guy, great artist. This has all the earmarks of some really fantastic mastery. Not sure the overall composition does it for me when all is said and done, but any one element is pretty cool. If I could get it around ratio, maybe. I don't know if anything important happens in this book or not, but it's cool. I have not read this version of Hulk. I stopped at Immortal and I haven't picked up on this yet, so I don't know. It's okay.
It might, right? So that Black Hulk spec might happen in this book.
Right.
Yeah, it's the whole Titan Hulk that's going on.
Right.
And the whole like in order to kind of get Hulk riled up, he thinks of Wolverine because Wolverine is like essentially his arch nemesis that can just make him the maddest he can ever be. So that's why it's like it's always conceptually like I know how to trigger the Hulk and this is how to trigger him.
People are definitely going to buy it. Any cover that has Hulk and Wolverine on it.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to get those 181 vibes and they're going to buy it. So
it's a different pose that you usually get from seeing a Wolverine and Hulk fight cover. I do want to say one thing I don't like about the cover. That perspective on his other hand, his other arm, looks a little off to me. But
it's
other
the
than
fucking
that,
trade dress, man. That font.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's messing it up.
Yep.
And it feels like the H is kind of melting. Is that like he's melting on him?
No,
he went inside of him.
Yeah, it's very weird. So, Big Rob, now that you've kind of pointed it out, I'm like, I'm really hating this. You ruined it for me.
It ruins the art in a way, almost, in my opinion. But
a virgin would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There will be. Give it time.
All right, moving on to the next one. We have a Mark Brooks, and this all for the X Lives of Wolverine. Mike, you want to take this one away?
Yeah, I love Brooks's work. I think that he kind of gets glossed over a lot for some reason. I don't know why. This has got really cool perspective. Great work on all the chrome, which is, that's got to be brutal to try to paint that. It's just really cool, impactful, powerful cover. Lots of motion to it. 1 in 50. I don't know that I'd pay $50 for it, but I might pay 30-ish, 25, 30 for it. It's going to be, again, a lot of this will deal with, is there anything important that happens in the book? If that's true, then it's worth every penny of 50. But I think from just an artistic perspective, Brooks is a master. This is a fantastic piece. Really, really cool. I like it a lot.
All right, and Jeff, what are your thoughts? Because you also picked this book as well, right?
Yeah, it gives me that homage to the I know it's going to trigger some people. The Wolverine Origins movie, where he's on the motorcycle, and then he flips up from here and goes and jumps toward the helicopter.
Totally.
That's what that gives me the vibe of, and that's probably one of the best parts of that freaking movie.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not a big motorcycle guy or a motorhead or anything like that, but the details on that bike, on the engine, I'm just like, and on the what do you call it? The light, like the lens. I mean, come on, it's really perfectly detailed. And I just like it. I like how it's the perspective of everything in the background's like blurred because he's going so fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the sparks coming off the ground. I mean, love it. Brooks is awesome.
I I guess I have a kind of love-hate relationship with Mark Brooks. I do love his art, and I do like this cover. It does remind me of that film, but the reflection of the like that little shininess to the chrome to the whole art. He always has a little reflection and shininess in his art, and sometimes that gets kind of tiresome. That he always does that. There's always got to be a little bit glistening on the guy's face. It's just, I don't know. It gets a little tiresome for me. It makes sense for this, so all that chrome on the motorcycle. But when I saw this, like, oh no, he keeps doing this damn reflecting shit off his skin. I'm like, it doesn't need to reflect all the time. That's what I'm saying in my head. But besides that, it's cool. I'm like 150 now. It may be $20, 25 tops, but it's good. It's good. It's Mark Brooks. He doesn't really doesn't do trash. His art is solid, but I'm getting a little tired of the whole shining skin.
Is it like Abrams with his lens flare?
Yeah, it is. It totally fucking is. I want him to do different art, like just to challenge himself, you know.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm a huge fan of Mark Brooks. Like I dig it. I love it. I like the shininess. I like that. And I think it might be his trademark, right?
I liked it at first too, but it's after the 100th book with the same kind of thing, it's like I'm getting a little tired of it.
I don't know. You're gonna still want to see freaking Lemongrass in a Peach Momoko cover 10 years from now because every freaking cover has it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, Mike. Yes.
No.
The horse dead, right? They keep punching the same card. It's like you get tired. You're burning out the customer.
There's a lot of artists that do that though. Let's be quite honest, right?
Yeah.
And even artists that we really like. But I can't honestly blame them either, because if that's what they're getting paid to do,
you're gonna call up Adam Hughes and tell him to stop drawing shiny boobies?
Yes.
I doubt it,
Rob.
But it's just the boobies that shine. The rest of the damn art's not glistening with oil and shit. It's like a damn Turkish wrestling match. Everybody's just covered in baby oil from Johnson & Johnson and shit.
Oh my god!
And J. Scott Campbell is all his women in like extra small clothing.
No, it's just literally his wife over and over and over.
Goodness.
That's what he does. Literally his wife.
Oh, Big Rob. Now I feel like I'm watching that movie Airplane where the guy's asking, so
I know.
Do you like did he say Greco-Roman wrestling?
No. Do you like movies with a Turkish prison or something like that? Or you've been in a Turkish prison, yeah.
Right? Or it's just like, have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Do you like gladiator films? Sorry,
all right, let's just move on. So moving on, and now we have our store exclusive. So these are the books that
you've all made it through the first segment.
I know.
If you're still with us, congratulations.
30 minutes in.
So these are store exclusives that are releasing this week or midweek of last week. So here we go. So we have our first one from 616, Derek Chu, and it is the Spider-Gwen Gwenverse, and it's issue number 1 with Gwen Stacy on the cover, either as Honey Badger or kind of like a Wolverine. What do you guys think? No? Okay, I'll start. I love this cover. I think it's great. I love the raw emotion from Gwen. I love the fact that the claws are coming out, and again, you have that reflection, very reminiscent of that Todd McFarlane Incredible Hulk cover. Yeah. I dig it. I like the rain coming down. It's fantastic.
The execution is awesome. Personally, I'm just tired of Zamash. I'm over it. It doesn't sell me.
Nor me. I'm not a huge fan of the style of his faces, but I love everything else about this cover. The lighting from the neon, the rain, the growl on the face. Everything else is great about this cover. I just don't like the way Chu draws faces. I can't get around that no matter what I do. I can see this cover being hot for all kinds of reasons. People love Chu. But I'm not among them. And it's just the faces. The rest of this cover is masterful. That ruins it for me.
Yeah, I love the background. I love how the rain's bouncing off of her.
Rainbow.
The face, I feel like it should be like in a horror book instead of like that she's angry or getting feral. But other than that, like I do like this book. I just don't know if I'm gonna pay $45 for the pair or something like that, whatever it costs.
It's the teeth, huh? The teeth, something about the teeth is off.
Maybe that's what it is. You might
Maybe.
be right.
Yeah.
I like the eyes. The eyes are so much expression in that. You know, I know we were talking about like Shannon Mauer last episode, right? And how like some of the eyes, they just kind of look dead. Remember, it was like Zombie Strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I like this one.
I think you're right. It's the teeth. That's weird. I would not have picked that out in a billion years, but I think it's the teeth.
It's too perfect.
Reminds me of those little toys, the little clacking teeth. When you wind them up.
Maybe that's why I'm thinking like horror movie, right? Because okay.
Like I said, the execution is great, but the face, I definitely agree, and I'm personally tired of the homage.
I'm actually not mad at least the reflection on the claws are better than the original, right? Because the original wasn't perspectively correct, I don't think. That looks a little more perspectively correct. Like I feel like I can see him, like a full picture of him on the other side of it.
Are you saying this is better than?
No, hell no. I just said one little aspect.
Nice save.
One little aspect.
It's good. I mean, it's good. It's not $45 good for the set, though, in my opinion.
Okay. And then next one we have Prophet #1 from Alan Qua, limited edition to 300 that you can find in Mutant Beaver Comics or the Comic Mint.
300.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thoughts?
300. That's crazy.
All of the 90s, all day on this cover.
Awesome.
Extra muscles, extra line work, extra
big ass gun,
extra bullets.
Extra bullets.
Yeah. There's not enough pouches, but I mean, otherwise we are, I don't know if it's kind of badass. It really is. I don't know that I really care about the book, but
yeah.
Wait, what book is this again? It's Prophet, right?
Prophet.
Yeah.
Is it number one?
It is number 1.
Oh,
limited to 300 is kind of enticing. That's real low.
Yeah,
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
it's your 90s wet dream right here.
Oh yeah,
you're right. If I was 15 again, 13 again, I'd be like, oh, this is freaking awesome.
Yep. You'd buy the foil, the lenticular, the blue, the green, the purple, the pink. You'd buy every color, every foil, we'd have 72 copies in our long boxes.
The gold cover, everything.
Absolute 90s excessiveness. Because
the wizard version.
Yes, the one half.
The one half.
One half.
Yep, the Hero ash can, the Hero magazine ash can. We
have a little small one, yeah.
With the foil cover.
The red one.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. To me, other than I don't know where he got all those bullet shells, because I don't see how it's all coming out like that from that gun. That's a bad design from that gun.
Doesn't matter. The 90s universe allows it.
Exactly.
Yes,
it must have been a bitch drawing all these bullets.
Right? That's what I was thinking.
But you know what, though? Alan Quad does that. I mean, he puts a lot of detail in every single one of his covers.
A lot of his covers, especially those store ones or incentives, they'll have like 50 characters on it. I'm like, he draws every single one with detail, and I'm just like, whoa, that's just nuts. All the time it takes. So, I mean, I love his art. I don't know. It's tempting.
I'm assuming it's sold out, right?
I haven't checked recently, but it could be. It could be. You'd have to go and definitely check these sites out. Again, Comic Mint or Mutant Beaver Comics. Our friends up in the north.
There's got to be 300 Prophet fans, Sid.
Yeah. For sure. If you're a big Image kid, this is a must-have.
Yeah. I mean, I'm enticed by it. I shouldn't be. I feel I hate myself for liking it. But
you're like, no.
It's you know what? It's because you're the 90s.
It's still available right now.
I knew he was looking. I knew he was checking at that moment.
I'm gonna check out now.
That's why I threw my phone over there out of my reach.
But By the way, I did check Midtown for the other books we talked about. The 2 Iron Fists are sold out. The Hulk and the Wolverine one is still available.
Okay. Thanks, Big Rob. All right, and next one is by Sean Anderson. This is Usagi Yojimbo. Again, this is another LE for 300. Can be found in Mutant Beaver Comics or Comic Mint. So I labeled this one as the ugly store exclusive. The reason why I don't like this cover, and it really has to do with the face. The face for me just seems very strange. It's not a rabbit and it's not a human. I mean, I don't know what they're trying to do. I mean, it just doesn't look right to me.
It's basically the Red Skull if he was a rabbit.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I see it.
Okay.
I can't see that.
I see that now.
Yeah, it is totally. It's Hugo Weaving, fucking Captain America, First Avenger, as a rabbit.
Hugo Weaving as Usagi.
Yeah, dude. I personally love that. That's awesome. 300. That's crazy. It's definitely sold out. But dude, the detail on this is pretty crazy because it's little dots of the snow. I think it looks cool, dude. It looks very Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah,
I'm half and half on this, right? So I really like everything about this art, except for what Alonzo mentioned, which was the face. Because to me, it just looks like
the Red Skull.
That too. It's like a horror movie. Like I feel like this is like something in a horror movie that someone would dress up like a scary rabbit or bunny or something like that. I don't know.
Giant sword.
Some demonic bunny. But other than that, honestly, this is the rest of it's awesome. I love the coloring. I love like the shading in the background, like you can tell what's perspectively closer and further away with the the shading of the colors. I just like all of it.
I just noticed,
except for the face.
I just noticed a little detail. He made it look like bamboo, like it got painted on bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
See the little line. Okay, I didn't notice that.
I actually dig this cover. It's hard to unsee White Skull there, but
yeah,
the art's amazing. But here's the problem: it's the wrong book for this kind of art. I feel like it just doesn't match the vibe of the book. I'd rather have the Sakai family one over this one, just because that's the kind of the right art for this book. It's cool, but it's too realistic. I don't know. I want to see this style on other books because I think he's really good. But
realistic. Does your bunnies look like this, Mike?
Yeah, my whole cage of bunnies, they all look like humans.
I knew it.
They all look like White Skulls.
In my nightmares.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you it was a nightmare.
What's up with his pants? Why is it disintegrating? You notice that the pants are black, right? You can see like it's like disintegrating into like million little pieces.
I was about to say it's a snap. The snap got him.
Yeah, right. Going to the shadow realm.
I would tell you this. I would like to see him do a Wolverine in this style.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. I agree. That would be the right book for it. I agree.
All right.
No, you want to see the Red Skull book. That's what you want to see.
Okay. There you go.
I'll do
Captain
that
America
too.
Book.
I bet you do it really well.
Clearly.
All right. And then we have, again, another Gwenverse cover. This one by Chrissy Zulo. And again, it's Mutant Beaver Comics, Comic Mint, LE 1200 for the trade dress and 600 for the Virgin. And this one, FYI, is already sold out at the Comic Mint. The Virgins are all gone. The set's all gone. Mutant Beaver Comics, I think they might have the trade dress. But yeah. And I love the cover.
She's got to be the next hot thing.
My question, as always, is where are the other 1,800 copies and 400 copies, respectively? Because to do 3 and 1. Are they burning them? What are they doing?
They share somewhere else across the pond?
Sad Lemon, probably, or some shit.
Yeah. It's a fun cover. I mean, it's a hard pass for me, but it's a fun cover.
I would. Go
Sorry,
ahead, Rob.
I think I like more the trade dress version. I do appreciate the trade dress on this one.
Yeah, something looks very missing in the Virgin there.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. Yeah, the Virgin doesn't add anything like new to it.
Yeah, actually, that's I'm usually our Virgin cover, and you're right. It does look a little plainish. I'm a sucker for like this is gonna be a new book, a new universe. Basically, it's gonna be. These are basically all new characters, even though they're all Gwen Stacy variants, basically. You never know, out of all these Gwen Stacy variants, something might get pulled over into our universe.
Yeah.
So that's why I like these kind of covers where it just shows every character or version. And I really like her art. Damn it, I wish it wasn't sold out. But other than that, I'm also glad because then I saved some money. So
there you go.
It's okay. Yeah. We'll catch her on the next one.
It's the popular art right now, right? That's what sells right now. This type of art on store exclusive. So she has a bright future, Chrissy Zulu.
Yep. I mean, she's been doing this for a while. And speaking of Chrissy, though, she does have another one coming out, and this one's coming out, I think, on Saturday, which is going to be the 12th. And it's Chrissy Zulo again, and it's LE 3000, 1000 for the Virgin, and it's Mutant Beaver Comics and the Comic Mint. And I dig this cover a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Yeah, if anything was gonna say, I want her to do an animation. Like this is like a Disney-fied princess-fied, like Marvel drawing almost. But I dig it. I'm not upset about it at all. I really wish we could see something like this in live action, or animation. So this is really good. I like it.
We talked last week about that Wolverine animation variant, and we're like, here's all the things that we don't like about it. This is what an animation variant should look like. I mean, you're right. This looks like it's right out of a Disney movie. I like it. I really do. I mean, I don't know if I'll buy it, but it's cool. This is the right vibe. This is really fun. I like this a lot.
I love
at the cons, I've actually tried to get a Chrissy Zulo sketch done, like on a blank cover, but she's always booked. I mean, she's done tons of stuff, and so I'm a huge fan of her.
I love the detail. The little cardinals there on the wire. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I love that because my wife's really into plants. I love that she actually picked particular plants, 2 different particular plants on the right corner, and you can really tell what it is. That's good detail.
And I love that background cityscape. I think that's really cool. That's a nice added detail. She could have totally skipped that and just made the brick wall go all the way to the edge.
But it's interesting because that was more like I guess we say impressionist, or like it's more like of a artistic, because the front art is a little more realistic, you could say, I guess. But the cityscape's a little more just kind of a hazy, dreamy view in the background.
Yeah, it's cool. I dig this piece. It's a good one.
Yep, Mutant Beaver, Comic Mint. All right, and here we go. Moving on to a new book that's going to be coming out pretty soon. It's The Punisher, and this covers by Yun-Huk Lee from Eastside Comics, and they partner with like KRS and a bunch of other ones. LE 3000 for the trade and 1000 for the Virgin. Big Robbie already gave it a thumbs down, so why?
Well, number one, I hate that fucking skull on the chest. That shit's trash. Dude, his what the hell's wrong with his face? It's like this big jaw, Jay Leno jaw going on. It's
because he's sad.
Yeah, sad Punisher.
Somebody redesigned his skull, so he's sad.
Punisher.
So he traded in his arsenal of machine guns for samurai swords. That makes sense. But I don't know. Just that the face is it's wonky looking to me. I don't like the face at all. I hate the symbol, of course, and I don't know. That doesn't really have anything for me. It's Punisher number one. Another Punisher number one. It doesn't really do shit to me. It's whatever. Sorry, Ian Huckley.
It's too static. It's too digital looking. It is there's like a layer of rendering missing. There's too much light going on. There's all kinds of bad about this. I mean, Lee has the potential to do some absolutely breathtaking covers. And if I'm comparing apples to apples, this is phoned in for Untitled, in my opinion.
Okay, so you know what? When I first saw this, and I was immediately drawn to the chin, right? Like I thought his sad face, his lips were a mustache.
Oh my god!
Oh, now I can't unsee that.
So when I first saw it, like, why does the Punisher have a mustache?
A pencil mustache.
Why does he have a mustache? I thought it was a mustache.
Look,
I didn't like this cover.
Next up from Marvel, Porn Stash Punisher.
Oh God!
What a bad haircut.
Oh God! Oh, that is a. I just don't. The perspective on his arm too. It just looks wrong. Like his arm is super short.
Yeah,
it is. Or the other one's super long, or both.
Yeah, or one or the other.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that neither. Yeah, you're right. Oh my god, that's
try to unsee the bulge too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wasn't even.
Why is he hard? What the hell's wrong with this guy?
Because he's about to kill you.
Yeah, I got excited.
You got an anger boner.
Obviously, he doesn't know how to use a sword. He can't clean it right. Clean the bottom part. Clean the top part.
It doesn't even look sharp. It's all red.
Oh, this one should have been like the ugly.
Ugly, hell yeah.
This one should have been the ugly. Oh,
ugly as hell. Sorry, you said comics.
Yep.
Oh my goodness! But it's not that we don't like you, Untitled. We love your work. It's just this one. Just
the opposite. That's what makes me hate it more, because I know what he's capable of, and this is not it.
Yeah, I have a half short box of Untitled only covers, so yeah, this is just not my favorite of his at all.
Nope.
All right.
God, that art.
So if this is not your favorite Punisher cover, what about this one by Peach Momoko for Big Time Collectibles?
See everybody later. You have a good one.
I think it's better. I think it's actually a lot better.
Peach Momoko, come on.
I think it's better than the last one.
A lot better.
Is it though?
But I also think it's not a typical Peach Momoko art, cover art.
You're right. There's no lemongrass on it. Good,
and it's not in a big old circle frame.
Got you,
right? So she drew more of the character.
It's straight out.
Is that petal or is that blood?
It's blood.
Of course, it's blood.
It's straight out of an anime. Straight out of an anime. It looks like.
Yeah.
I dig this one. I like it better than the Untitled cover.
But it's
you know. But is it something that I would buy? Honestly, I wouldn't.
No, not for the price. No.
Yeah.
Not for a store exclusive.
For $4 maybe, right? But not for $20, $30, $40.
Look, I know I'm rough on Peach, I'm rough on her in my articles. I'm rough on her in this show, and I'm only rough on her because she's gotten so wildly popular, and people are blindly buying bad shit from her. She has really good covers. She does definitely have some really good stuff, and her style, when matched with the correct book, is the perfect marriage.
Yeah,
but
last year they put her on every book.
I think she's getting a little case of burnout. She's doing too much. Why wouldn't you? If you got the payday coming in all day, $500 a cover or $1,000 a cover, damn, I would phone this shit in too. but man, I just can't get behind these. When like Lee, I know what she's capable of, and I want to see that on these kinds of covers. And I think this is a big waste of talent and money on both ends, in my opinion.
Well, if you didn't like this cover, Mike, what about this Peach Momoko cover? Limited edition 300, Demon Days Blood Feud, available at Frankie's Comics or Golden Apple.
I'm only going to say I like this better because Demon Days is her book, and because of that, I think people will be. I think it's more of a reason to buy her cover for her book. I don't like the art, but I think if you're talking about from a spec perspective, I think this is a better purchase. especially with limited edition 300 copies. I mean,
that's crazy. Yeah,
that's crazy low for a book like this. I don't even know how they're doing that. How are they doing that? I mean, again, what are they doing with the other 2,700 copies?
Or maybe this is some kind of deal with only Peach Mocha's book.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm living in the dark ages and they've changed their tune, but oddly, I like this better than the Punisher.
I've seen a lot of Demon Days books have like a 500 limited run. So, I mean, maybe that's a possibility that it's just because it's her title and she's maybe has some kind of creative, decision on it.
Fair enough. Yeah. That's either way, 300 copies of basically any Marvel book like this. I mean, you'd be kind of dumb not to buy it, but it's not bad. I mean, I would like to see a color version of this one. Not
like I like it because it's really simple.
Yeah, it's really simple.
I like it because it's simple and it has like that little splash of color. I'm digging it. I'm when it comes out, I'm gonna buy it.
This shows her talent. This shows her. So there's little details in this that show that her real style coming through in a really kind of fragile, dainty kind of a Eastern feel. I actually do like this piece of art, and I think this showcases what she's capable of a lot more than that Punisher does.
Yeah, definitely agree. Yeah.
Big problem,
I know you weren't expecting that answer from me, but
I don't want to ruin this moment. That's why I don't want to talk more.
All right. And then we have this one also from Frankie's. It's Venom #6 from Gabrielle Delato. Mike, go ahead. Take us away.
I love Delato. This is very different for him. This is a weird perspective. It's definitely not my favorite piece from him. I can see this thing. Do we know what the limitation is on this? Is it 3,000?
I don't know what the LE is on this.
Probably 300,000.
There are definitely better Delato Venom covers, but because people love Delato Venom covers, they're going to buy this cover. I'm not an enormous fan of the white background. I think there could be cooler stuff going on back there. There's a lot of detail. This guy is a master painter. There's no doubt about it. It's really hard to argue that you should kind of, if you like it, buy it from him just because, I mean, the time that must go into these fully painted covers is incredible. This is not my favorite of his. I think there's some obscuring of cool elements that could have been avoided. It sort of plays a little weird to me. I don't really know why, but it's a nice layout, I guess, overall from like a spatial use standpoint. From a different angle, a different perspective than we're used to seeing. So I applaud him for going for something different, but I'm not sure the execution really comes through the way I want it to.
I'm going to actually go with, I don't like this at all. And I don't know why. I like Delato. I feel like maybe it's the perspective where his arm in front is blurry or feels blurry.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is the forefront of the picture. So I don't know why it's off focus. And his thumb over his head that's covering the top of his head, it looks like his eyes are bulging out because of that little detail. And I don't know. I it's not my favorite Delato for sure. And the good thing is it's not that dark cover that he did for like Nonstop Spider-Man, but I don't know. I would not get it. This is not my favorite.
So I actually love this. I do love this. I appreciate that he did not do a black cover. That is fucking brilliant. Great. Stick to that, Delato. Yes. I love the Venom, the way it's designed. Because I love, I collect hot toys and statues and stuff like that. This is totally reminds me of statues, like premium formats. I totally see this as a premium format. The only negativity I give this book is the damn font, the damn fucking trade dress. Get rid of it. That shit is horrible in the background. Makes no sense the way they set it up. It's distracting. I prefer a virgin copy of this. I'm not a virgin guy. But I for this one, I would totally want a virgin copy of this. But I do love the art. To me, this is a.
It's not his finger. It's the freaking. It's the Venom. The background. That's what making his eye look weird.
I can see that.
That left side of his head.
Yeah.
It's just that slight part that's just coming out, and it feels like it's going beyond his head, and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, trade dress is terrible.
When I think about the Delato pieces that I would kill someone over, and I compare it to this, I do this. Maybe I'm doing this too much. Maybe it's one of those things where I got to dial it back. It's like hating on a new Star Wars movie because it's not Empire Strikes Back, right? It's like you're never going to get Empire Strikes Back again, or you're never going to get X-23 #1 again, right? Like that book is it existed on its own planet forever, and that will be the Delato like Grail, and nothing will ever compare to it. So maybe I need to stop doing that for a second and appreciate this particular piece of art a little bit more and not compare it to earlier Delato. But man, it's hard to do that.
I hear you. Like, I'm not a fan of this cover either. I'm just like, there's just so many aspects, like the blurry, the hand. I mean, it just, I don't know. Even like the way he's kind of positioned, like kind of, is he doing squats? I mean, is he kind of hunched over? I don't get it.
Is he doing squats? It's leg day for Venom.
I guess.
I think it's just the camera perspective, right? That's what it's really doing. Yeah,
I think that is part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. With that being said, I believe we have our last one, and it is by Mike Mayhew from Eastside Comics or MikeMayhew.com. This is the What If Miles Morales edition, and this is his homage to, I think, X-Men number, was it 266?
268?
Is it 268? Thank you. 268. I'm pretty sure Big Rob's already going to say that he's sick of these homages.
Well, this one's fucking common homage, man. Yeah, we're all sick of this homage.
Yeah, seriously.
It's the execution of the colors I hate as well. I just don't like it at all. It's just something about the coloring. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, and it's a wasted opportunity for a great butt cover. So I hate it.
Oh yeah, you're so right.
Oh, that's right.
Man,
You're right.
It could have been amazing, but it's not.
Is it just me, or did we not see the suit previously on another cover?
Yeah,
on a Miles book, right? It was a Captain America 80th anniversary cover.
So much better. So much better.
Yeah,
it was. And he's like
the
leaping in the air,
better.
right?
Yeah, the colors were better.
Yep.
I don't like that stripe on his leg. Is that?
Oh man, I didn't even see that. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrific. Is that Gwen Stacy as X-23 or X-23 as Gwen Stacy? I'm confused.
Well, it's a amalgamation.
It's some sort of hybrid. Just like it's Silk and Black Widow.
What's wrong with Miles's hips? Does he have it shaped?
Like straight?
Yeah, it's like they broke his hips.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hey man, maybe he has good turnout. Okay, he's a ballerina.
He plies perfectly.
Yes, he does.
Very Liefeld-ish, but
oh my god!
But his chest is normal size.
I had a friend text me today saying he almost bought this book, and I'm glad that he didn't because I just wouldn't pay that money for this one. Right. As cool as Miles is, as cool as this story might become, and it could be a callback to that cover again. I wouldn't buy this cover. I'd buy another book.
And again, here we are again. Mike Mayhew, dude, you are better than this, bro. Like,
Mike Mayhew's a grand artist.
He really, really is. He
phoned it in.
Yeah, definitely.
The one thing that's actually kind of cool is Silk's hair. Very realistic.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'm going to give you that. I like that.
I'll give you that. That's it.
That's about it.
Even the background's very lazy.
The shield's okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I do like this though, right here from at the corner box.
Yeah.
The old school.
Didn't I say I hated the cover, but I loved the cornerbacks? I can't remember what it was.
Yep.
Yes.
What makes it worse for this particular series is a lot of great store exclusives, and this is not one of them. That's for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, true.
All right. And I believe that is all for our show. Mike, where can we find you next?
You can find me on CBSI. That's comicbookinvest.com every Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday is Cover Fire, which is all the non-incentive, non-store exclusive covers, basically the A's and B's, your cover price books. Those I'm going to show you my favorites for the week, the things I think you should be paying attention to just from an art perspective. And then Cover Tunes is my sort of my little baby. It's my inner soundtrack of comic covers that I love, that I think are unsung and underappreciated. I change the topic every week. Who knows what the hell it'll be? It's just whatever the spirit moves me. That drops on Wednesdays. And then, of course, I'm here with you guys in this podcast. So,
yep. And again, we dig the content. We love these articles. We've talked about it, I think, enough times where it's like we always hit them up, or at least I hit them up before I go to the show, Jeff, or go to the LCS. And we know Jeff takes a peek after to see if you guys are in sync, right?
I can't let you influence my wallet because I will be broke at the end of the day.
No, it's a great read, great articles. I love it. I get a lot of like information just from reading it. I mean, it's perfect.
Thanks, guys.
And if you're a modern day like speculator who specs on new books, you marry his article with the other articles in CBSI about the new comic books that are coming out, and then you'll be able to speculate on like matching good covers with what's inside the guts. So
that's
go check out CBSI.
That's a great tip. That is good. And we do not talk. And it's funny how we don't talk about our articles ahead of time. The four of us that do sort of the weekly articles. So Adam, who does the indie spotlight, Chris, who does the new comic book day, the Wednesday one, Adam's Wednesday one, and my Cover Fire. We don't talk ahead of time. And it's amazing how often the four articles mesh in these 2 or 3 books that are on all 4 of our lists. And so I think that's a good tip. I don't know. I mean, that's sort of one of those ethereal things that you can't really put anything on because we don't do it on purpose. It's just, but if it happens organically like that, then yeah, there probably is something to those books.
Yep, most definitely. And for our upcoming shows for Team Nerd Herd, here we go. We're going to get started with our Tuesday show. This is going to premiere live on Tuesday. Have you ever wondered who's Wolverine's better sidekick? Is it Kitty Pryde or Jubilee? We're going to have Deanime, etc. versus Brandon, a.k.a. Comic Kings. And if you saw what happened last episode, you're going to want to see this one. It's going to be epic. So I'm looking forward to hosting this one and being that ref, making sure that Brandon gives Deanime some time to chat, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be fun.
Good luck, Deanime etc.
Oh, he's going to need it. And then, Jeff, you want to talk about Armando mail call for Thursday?
Yeah, so on Thursday, we'll have Armando mail call, 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And our special guest for that day is going to be none other than Missing Link Comics. You guys want to go check out his IG and his YouTube channel. Steve's been on a guest on his show before, so definitely come by, check it out, get to know more about him, and learn more about the community and see what we brought.
That's right. That's right. And like Jeff's always going to bring either short or long boxes, so you don't want to miss out.
Yeah, I haven't been the Jeff in the last couple of weeks. Okay, you guys have had Rob. You guys have all been doing that. Thank you.
All right, and then we also have a show coming on Sunday. So, Big Rob, talk to us about this Near Mint Sundays show.
Sure, it's Near Mint Sundays comic book buy, sell, and trade show on March 6, 2022, 10 a.m. 3 p.m. at the Brookings Community Center, which is Anaheim, California, sunny Anaheim. And there'll be over 50 comic collectors and vendors. They'll have a bunch of stuff to dig through. I'll be there personally, so it's Jeff. Alonzo might pop in. And I know Steve's going to be there and a few others from the community that we know of. and it should be a good show. I expect a good crowd. Definitely excited. I can't wait for this. I got a lot of books to sell.
Same. And I don't mind trading either. So
yeah, I'll trade too.
Bring some books.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that is all. Jeff, you have our new motto for this show. Why don't you lay it on us?
Our new motto? Well, I'm gonna guess it's, if you want to do it right, covers for life. I don't know.
If you want to do it right, cover horrors for life.
Yeah, I knew I was missing one word.